See, there's some things that you just seeming to not be able to understand. See, the proud Mr. Murphy needs to really pay attention for just a few minutes, thinking through our little back and forth this week. You see, I know you have felt disrespected this whole time, but you are mistakenly assuming that I think you have no talent. You see, that's not it. See, that I think you aren't one of the best in the business. How very wrong you are, my dear boy. See, I'm not just conceited or arrogant, and I don't believe that, there's no one out there that could be good enough to beat me. Like they say in come football season, any given Sunday. On any given Sunday, anything can happen. Well, it's no different in the ring now, is it? Anytime we do what it is that we love, there's a chance we could lose, or worse yet, be injured. Truthfully, I actually respect you, Mr. Murphy. I mean, you're a very capable opponent. Maybe one of the best that I've ever faced. But this is what you fail to completely comprehend. We both have our own reasons for putting our bodies on the line and seeking glory, seeking the pinnacle, seeking whatever it takes. And whatever it takes to reach the very top of this business. You do it, from what I can tell anyways, for the rush of people calling your name, for the pat on the back by the little 6-year-old wearing that Mr. Money t-shirts. You want to have everyone love you. It's just about the money, the cars, and the flashy things for you. And there isn't anything wrong with that. I mean, for each his own. But you see, that is what separates us. That is the very thing that differs between our pursuit of getting in the ring and fighting. Because if there is one thing you really need to get straight, is this. I love to fight. I mean, let this word sink in. My whole life has been a fight. Growing up in all these different foster homes and group homes, and it was me against the world, and back then I was, to say the least, very socially awkward. An outcast. The things that happened to me were things grown adults could not make it through without being driven over the edge. But not me. It gave me a strength, a resolve, an understanding that in this world, all I have is myself. And I can only go as far as I push myself. Well, right before I turned 13, I was at this one home out in the boonies. I was the smallest of the kids there, and they would torment and beat on me. One day, this boy named Jason, he decided he's really going to give it to me good. And he waited for me to get home. And as soon as I got there, he blindsided me. Twice my size as it was already, he just really let me have it. A couple of ribs were broken, and I had 3 teeth knocked out, as well as a broken nose. And you know what these worthless people told me? From now on, fight back. Don't just let everybody beat on you. Don't be the victim. And as I was fighting the tears as I went to bed that night, I made a decision. I decided that from that very moment, I would never let anyone ever get the best of me. You see, that no matter what, I was always going to be the last one laughing and the loudest one to boot. And when I could finally see again, 2 weeks later, I got my revenge. You see, I waited for lights out time, and as soon as I felt it, needed no one awake, I reached under my mattress for something I'd found and hid in the dark a few days before. And, well, I pulled it out, and where Jason slept, I went over to his bed. And I swung until I could no longer hold my arms up. His screams are something that I've never forgotten as I swung that pipe over and over. Sickening thud after sickening thud. And I ended up in juvenile detention as he went to the ICU with skull fractures. But I have kept her ever since. You just don't get it. This I call my peace. I'm not naive enough to believe that other men would actually fear me without knowing. No. See, no, it's not quite it. I actually love The times where my opponent comes in with no fear at all. But by night's end, it always changes. It slowly comes into their eyes, then their face, and then their whole body posture changes. Finally realizing what I tried to warn of. You see, while you look at losing, it's part of the territory of being a man on the squared circle. I do not. And for purposes of pride, it does not serve. But that of survival, because I never quit. You can break my arm and I'll try to beat you with the other. You can break my ankle and I'll try to stand on one leg and attempt to find a way to come out on top. I have faced evils in this world you only can see in movies. So after all this talking is done, and it's time for the match to start, it's time for us to fight, to put the money where the mouth is, so to speak. What does this one match mean to you? How far will you go? Catch up to me. Surely that's all this is to you. In the end, the match will mean little to you, doesn't it? As you have said yourself, you are one of the faces people say and picture when thinking BTW. So what is it that you will lean on when we have both beaten each other to a pulp and you need something to pull yourself through? See, I lean on pain. On the knowledge that in the end, just as it was when I was a youngster, I am all I have. The only way to get where I'm going is to persevere, to push through the pain, and to rise above it. And time after time, to be the last man standing. The world, it tried to knock me down. More times than I can count. But I always get through. And I want this match, and I will not accept defeat. Then, as if you repeatedly said that I haven't proven anything. Fine and well. See, come time for you and I to get into that ring and fight, I will let the proof be in the pudding. Have you ever been through a fight you weren't sure you'd walk away from? I am. And you're about to be. I'm going to make sure of that. And I will do so because, well, these are the only ways I know. Although you have been a star burning bright, a beacon of light for the business, nothing you have ever been through will prepare you for the depths I will force you. A fight is what you wanted. Well, that is precisely what you will get. One unlike anything you have ever been a part of. Keep reading scripture, Mr. Murphy. Pray that God has mercy. Because I am fresh out. And you are the target of my focus. I am the kid. And your decision to make light of that will end up costing you very dear. And make no mistake, I am beer. When you come back to consciousness after I've beaten the living hell out of you, you will finally understand why. Question me all you want now. But come after our fight is over, it will be oh so clear.